It's Kathy of FindingKathyBrown.com, and I'm happy to report that I am now over 2 months a non-smoker. So I'd love for you to continue to join me in this journey, as well as follow me if you are interested in travel as well, or visit me on FindingKathyBrown.com for my travel blog. But subscribe below, please. So I wanted to talk today about a technique that I have found to be very helpful to me in quitting smoking. And it may sound a little cruel to people, so I'm going to apologize ahead of time. But when you're a smoker and you want to quit smoking, you just do whatever you have to do to be able to quit. So this is what I've started doing. When I first started quitting after the first few weeks, I started to make a conscious decision to look at people smoking differently than in ways that I had looked at smokers in previous quits. So in previous quits, if I saw someone smoking, my natural tendency was to say, oh, I wish I could have a cigarette. I miss that. What I started to do is I started to consciously think of something negative to say about the smoker and the cigarette. And this is where I know this is probably going to come off very cruelly, so I'm apologizing. And I had to do this consciously. I didn't actually believe it at the time I was saying it. So an example, I would pass by someone standing outside of a store smoking a cigarette by themselves. And I would say out loud, or I would say to my husband, Steve, look at that poor person standing out there all by themselves because nobody smokes anymore. I feel really bad for them. Or if I saw someone old smoking, I would think, or actually I would say out loud, I feel really bad for that person who's smoking because they're already old and this is just going to kill them. And they're going to die a slow, painful death. If I saw someone young smoking, I would say out loud, I really feel bad for them too because right now they think they're enjoying this, but they're going to waste all their money on cigarettes and they are going to struggle to quit for years and they have no idea what they're in for. So when I started doing this, I did it because the best way I could say is I did it and I said it and I didn't even know that I believed it myself. But it occurred to me today that somewhere along the line of me doing it consciously, I'm starting to do it unconsciously now. So now I look at smokers differently because I think I've trained my mind to do so just from making up these stories about people. Whether they're true or not, I just make up stories. So now when someone walks by me, and I can smell cigarettes on their clothes, I don't have to consciously say out loud anymore, oh, that poor person smells. Glad I'm not them. I actually just think it. I automatically think it. And I say it to my husband sometimes without really even questioning why I'm saying it. It has nothing to do about me having to think of it to say. So I know it's cruel, and I certainly do not want to suggest to anyone that you actually confront smokers on these things that you think about their smoking, because that's just wrong. One of the things that I can remember so vividly in my mind as like one of the times that I was most embarrassed as a smoker was a couple of years ago. Me and Steve went on a cruise, and we were standing on a beach. And we were in a designated smoking area. I mean, I was literally standing on the back of the beach where the standing ashtray was, and we were smoking. And a woman probably 30 feet down the beach started yelling at me. I mean, screaming at me in front of everyone. Get that cigarette off this beach. That's disgusting. I don't want to smell that. And at the time, I was half mortified and half trying to defend myself and say, I'm standing in a smoking area. Where do you want me to go? And I kind of think about that now, and I wonder, was she an ex-smoker? Did she have such a dislike for smoking because she herself was a smoker at one time? So as embarrassed as I was, I kind of find myself doing this now, but to myself. You should never do that to somebody and make somebody feel bad about themselves. So I'm just suggesting that you start saying these things to yourself, even if you don't believe it, because you may be like me, and you may actually start believing it now. So I hope everybody is going to have a great weekend. Thank you for letting me vent. I always say, and I've said in many other vlogs before this, that this video diary is something that's really helping me. So I'd love to hear your stories. Please comment below. Please don't think I'm a cruel, awful person. I'm really not, but it's working for me, so I'm going to keep doing it. Subscribe below, and I hope you have a great day.